I just wanted to do something different there. How are you doing out there? Welcome to the lunch break. This is, of course, the Houston Roundball Review Takeover on the lunch break, powered by JM&E. I am, of course, KG, Chris Gardner, owner of the Houston Roundball Review. You're watching the show on Facebook, on Twitter, on Twitch, on Fire TV, and, of course, on Roku via the BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV. If you have a Roku streaming device, just download BS3 TV. If you don't, you can just go to bs3network.com or bs3tvlive.com. And as always, thank you to my man, AJ Jones, Andre AJ Jones, for allowing me this time to share my insights with you, my thoughts, opinions, and information. I already got comments in the YouTube section. That's great. Tran, how you doing? Thank you for chiming in. Miss Donna, how are you as well? Oh, tuning in from California. Outstanding. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So it's only 10 o'clock there. So it's not lunchtime for you, but you're taking time out to watch the lunch break of the Houston Roundball Review Takeover. Miss Donna, how are you? Welcome as always. Thank you for spending time with us, the family here. Gonna do this. Didn't have a chance to make a slide of it. Got this news in the last few minutes. Rice Owls men's hoops. Coach Rob Lanier got another addition to the squad. Announced the transfer of 6'9" young man from San Diego University. Name is Jimmy Oladokun Jr. 6'9" forward. He has 3 years left of eligibility. He was a freshman last year at San Diego. Played in all 31 games, started 13, averaged 5.7 points, 3 rebounds, and he blocked 17 shots in those 31 games. So about a half a block shot per game. So that should be, I think, 8 or 9 additions for Coach Lanier in his squad. Thank you very much. I appreciate those kind words, Miss Donna. Hey, Tran's on his second cup of coffee. Tran, I got to get you, man. You got it. You're great on supporting and comments. You got to get you a Roundball Review mug for that coffee. Get you one of those mugs. Get your mug. Click on that shop button and buy you a mug. I'm going to bounce around a bit. Miss Donna, this is for you. I had Coach Jones, Texas Southern's men's basketball coach, on last Thursday's takeover. He touched on these guys, but I want to give them just a little bit more love. Talk about Uno. It's Oumar Koureissi, 6'11", 220, signed with TSU, transferred from Nichols. Last season, 33 games played, 41.8% from the floor, including 20 from 3, 71 from the free throw line, and he averaged 4.1 points per game, 2.6 rebounds per game, and almost 1 block per game in just under 13 minutes per game. So that is good. Very good numbers for him. And Coach Jones said if he wanted to, he could have a front line at some points for TSU this coming season, 6'10", 6'9", 6'11". All right, I like that. And they can play. So, it's, being tall is one thing. Being tall with skills is better. So, always keep that in mind. And one more from TSU, going to get the Tran's favorite school one of his 2 favorite schools in a second. Jaylin Jackson-Posey, 6'3", 197, transfer from New Mexico State. Playing 24 games last year at New Mexico State. For those, I think Aggies, right? 19 starts, 7 points per game, 3.3 rebounds, 2.6 assists. He's a 3-point shooter. Majority of his shots are threes. It's a good thing because he shoots 38% from 3. So keep that in mind. All right, Tran. Let's see if I can bounce to it because I'm doing things a little out of order. But this is for you. It's official now. Eylia Love had committed to Ronald Hughey and the Houston Cougars women's basketball team last Sunday. But last week was really a dead period. So I guess in terms of compliance, announcements, etc., the announcement of her signing was not until this week. So she's 6'1", transfer from Louisville. She spent her first 3 collegiate seasons at Georgia Tech. And her best year was 2021-22 when she started 31 games, averaged 10.5 points per game, 4.8 rebounds per game, 1.5 assists per game. She shot 40% from three that season in 30 minutes per game. However, this past season at Louisville, she played in 31 games, did not start, averaged just 3.8 points per game, 2.7 rebounds per game, not quite 1 assist per game, and she shot 36.4% from three in just 16 minutes per game. And if I remember right, she only attempted not quite average 1 3-pointer per game. So even though she's shooting 36% from the floor from three, she didn't shoot a lot of them. She didn't shoot enough. I hope Coach Shui will give her a green light and she lets it fly. He lets her let it fly. I hope, but we shall see. Right here, this comment right here. Don't hold your breath, Tran. Don't hold your breath. Coogs, Coach Huey's team, they'll still be in the bottom half of the Big 12. I hope I'm wrong. I doubt it, though. And speaking of Houston Cougars Athletics, Thrillo, how you doing, man? I just talked about TSU, Coach Jones signings. Thrillo, Tran, Miss Donna, and everybody watched on the platforms. Here's an update about my alma mater, athletics, the not good portion of athletics, followed by a really good portion of athletics at Houston Cougars. First, the not good. Houston Cougars baseball. And keep in mind, Corey, how you doing? Let me give everybody some love here for chiming in during lunch. Hello, how are you? Corey, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Baseball. Coach Todd Whitting. I hate to say this, but it's factual. Signed a 3-year deal in January of this year. I'm not sure why he got that 3 years, but he got it. Let's have a great agent. Then he followed that up with a 500 record overall, going 26-26, 7-19 in the Big 12. And because there are 13 baseball teams in Big 12, they only take 10 for the tournament. The Cougs did not make it. The Cougs are not one of those 10. So you sign him to a new contract, and he can't even lead the baseball team to the conference tournament. Softball, 25-30, 4-23 in Big 12. Because softball only has 10 teams in conference, all 10 teams made the tournament. Didn't matter too much for the Cougs. They lost on day one of the tournament. Should be a typo. There's this typo. Lost on day one of the Big 12 tournament. Tennis, 2-19 overall. Did not win in Big 12 play. 0-13. They announced on April 29th that they would make a change in leadership, in that head coach Helena Basovic will not return for the 2024-25 season. And oh, you got to love it. Chris Pesman said a national search will begin immediately. Time to toss a rock. Time to toss a pebble. Based on what you just saw, everyone watching the show, do you have faith in Chris Pesman for getting this done, getting a hire right in tennis? I mean, hell, he and the board, whoever, gave baseball a new 3-year deal, and they couldn't even get to the tournament. And I just let me go right here. Corey brings up a point. He wants to know how many games baseball team blew with a lead 7th inning or later. Pitching wasn't very good. It just wasn't very good. It just up and down, But no confidence in Chris Pesman making the right hire. Dran says, let's see here. We need to get a coach staff and assistant from Texas or LSU. That gets me to one of my points, one of my concerns or questions. Is the reason Ronald Hughey still in charge or Todd Whitting got a new deal? Softball, I hope softball's a change is coming soon. Because Houston Athletics is broke and that we don't have, and I say we, because I'm putting on my alumni hat right now, that we do not have the money to move on from these coaches? Is that what this is? Is that what it comes down to? And if we don't have the money, why don't we have the money? In the American, yeah, I know that. The budget was different, but you're making bad hires. And if you keep bad hires around too long, you stunt any chance of your program growing, of your program getting better. Case in point, I'm going to get to the good news of Houston Athletics momentarily. The bettors, the experts, that too, but folks I trust, colleagues I trust. Coach Fritz in football. Will be his first year in the Big 12. Many of them predict the Houston Cougars football team will win between 4 and 5 games this year. I think that's accurate. The talent here was not great. The talent that Coach Fritz inherited was not great. It's his first year in the Big 12. It will be Houston's second year in the Big 12. If Houston had any foresight, they would have done what I and others who know more than me should have done. Fire Dana before Houston got into the Big 12. That year, the new head coach, Coach Fritz, whoever it is, going into that first year, that new year in the Big 12, would have the growing pains. But now you're going into year 2 under a new coach with more growing pains. Difference is, of course, I think I can speak for my alums, my friends who are alums. They have hope that Coach Fritz will build a winning program, a successful program. That hope no longer existed under Dana. It's a shame it took a whole season in the Big 12 for the administration to realize what most of us already knew. But yes, I think the Cougs football team will be better. Not in record, and they might, because coaching does make a difference. But I think we'll see better play calling, less head scratching. What the hell was he thinking there? Better discipline, and more hope for the future. Now to some good news. Houston Cougars track and field, won 5 conference titles at the Big 12 championship. Oh, so it's possible for Houston Cougars Athletics to succeed in the first year in the Big 12. I'll be damned. How about that, Chris Pesman? Who would have thought that? Who knew? Who knew? Senior Sean Masingwani was named the Big 12 Conference High Point Performer of the Meet and The University of Houston track and field program won 5 conference titles at the Big 12 championships. This is 2 weeks ago? Massaguani won his first Big 12 title of the day in the men's 4x100-meter relay, team time of 38.44, alongside Irion Brown, sophomore Louis Hinchcliffe, and freshman Caden Broadnax. The relay team set a facility record and won its 10th straight title, and Massaguani's 4th in the event. So track and field did what the men's basketball team did. They carried over the success from the American into the Big 12. Boy, so it's possible. How about that? Trent, I think Sean's going to the Olympics. That's for sure. And this next slide, I'm being petty, but y'all also know I'm a proud Houston Cougar alum. Just look at the picture. Says 1,000 words. Just look at the picture. After winning 3 titles, Massaguani was named the high point performer with 22.5 points scored at the meet. Look at that picture. Look at it. Look at it. And y'all know what I'm talking about. That side eye from the burnt orange people. Because you're seeing a Cougar on top where Coogs belong in athletics. Chris Pesman, Venu Couture, Tim Fertitta, y'all talk it. Track and field walks it. Men's basketball walks that. They back up their words, your words, with actions and results. Love that picture. Love that picture. Love that side eye. That's a great picture. But yes, indulge me there, being petty, but hey, I like it. I'll pick Coogs over Longhorns every day of the week. On women's side, Houston's 4x400-meter relay team of graduate Sydney Townsend, senior Iman Babineau, graduate Kelly Ann Beckford, and freshman Michaela Mouton continued their success by winning the event with a time of 3:29.18. Mouton, again, freshman, set a school record in the women's 400-meter with her second place finish of 51:32. Townsend also lowered her 400-meter hurdles school record to 55 flat for second in the event. Beckford added additional points to Houston's score as she placed second in the 800 meters at 2:01.33. Houston's men's side concluded the meet in 5th with 77.5 points, while women placed 9th with 45 points. And see, I'm not hating on the Longhorns. I acknowledge Texas men's and women's teams were crowned team champions. So the Longhorns won the team championship. Yes, they did. But in this picture right here, they did not. I love that picture right there. Go Coogs. All day, every day. All day, every day. Go Coogs. BS3 Sports, good afternoon. Ben, how are you? Thank you for the platform. Thank you for BS3 TV. Thank you for BS3 Network. But yes, always go Coogs. President Couture, you and Tillman talk about winning championships, competing for championships. One more time. I'm just going to rain on the parade real quick. One more time. If you missed this, this is Houston Cougars baseball, softball, and tennis the first year in the Big 12. Look at this. 26-26 overall baseball, 7-19 in the Big 12. Softball, 4-23 in the Big 12. Tennis did not win a match. 0-13 in the Big 12. At least tennis, Houston finally announced a change in leadership for tennis. Hopefully there'll be some other changes coming forward in athletics soon enough. But it won't be baseball, because if you don't know, baseball coach Todd Whitting got a new 3-year deal back in January. Oh, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Oh, my goodness gracious. Just make it make sense. Oh, boy. All right. NBA media rights update. And just a reminder, refresher. I'll answer Justin's question here. As far as basketball, didn't I say that Samson could have one of his players get off scholarship and use their NIL money instead? How would that work? Scholarships are not 4 years, they're annual renewals. So 1 year to year. So whoever that one player is, and most likely that person would be someone, a Texas resident, their scholarship officially isn't renewed, but they're still going to school, and school still being paid for with their money from NIL. Make sense? Try to make it as simple for myself to explain as I could. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. NBA media rights. ESPN/ABC is expected to renew their deal. It sounds like Amazon's going to be part of the new deal. It also sounds like NBC will be getting the NBA back like they had in the 90s, spending about $2.5 billion for their part of the package, which means, barring some last-minute change, Warner Brothers Discovery, Turner Sports, inside the NBA, won't have an NBA package. The CEO, David Zaslav, thought that he/Warner Brothers, WBD, could match Amazon's offer because they have matching rights for third-party negotiations as part of their rights deal with the NBA. NBA, Adam Silver, no, you don't. No, you don't have. You can't do that. Here's some more details. Let me get this to Justin right here. I was arguing that point about NIL with some know-it-all, and he said you can't use NIL. As far as I know, yes, you can. There's a way to do it, Justin. Details, all that kind of stuff. I'll just put it like, I'll say it like this. Ryan Elvin was not on scholarship. Ryan Elvin received NILs. He still played. So use that to the know-it-all. Ryan Elvin was a preferred walk-on, not a scholarship player. So use that as a simpler example to that person. All right, here's an update from John Oran at Puck. On an earnings call last week, Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav surprised my sources, this is from John Oran, when he floated the idea that WBD's matching rights also pertain to Amazon's $1.8 billion per year, $1.8 billion per year bid for the C package, which includes the in-season tournament, playing games, annual alternating conference finals, and some early round playoff series. It's from John Oran. I'm not sure what Zaz's lawyers are telling him, but my industry sources with knowledge of these matching rights say that they do not apply to Amazon's bid. Regardless, a bunch of well-paid lawyers will have to hash this all out over the next several weeks. One thing everybody can agree on is that the contractual language around these matching rights is convoluted. Various parties suggest that the NBA will clean that language up in these new deals. Trent, I'm coming to Jamal Shead. Don't worry. I got you. Don't worry. Here's from John Lewis over at Sports Media Watch. Could WBD match Amazon instead of Comcast? Just read, no, they can't. According to Mr. Lewis, bidding exclusively, no worries, Trent, no worries at all. No need to apologize. Bidding exclusively or primarily for Max is, of course, a stretch. WBD could argue that its linear cable operation is equivalent in exposure to Prime Video. But given the NBA's apparent desire to add Amazon as a new partner, it is entirely possible the league will suggest that is not a sufficient match, leaving WBD in the same position it is in with Comcast NBC. It is also the case that Amazon could raise its bid, which they might do, rendering moot any advantage of the C package. All this money, I wish I were an attorney, a media rights attorney, to be a part of these negotiations. But fans of inside the NBA, it does not look good, because Ernie Johnson says he's going to stay with Turner. Well, he's the glue to keeping Shaq, Kenny, and Chuck in line. So it does not seem like the band will be together at NBC. The biggest obstacle WBD faces is that the NBA simply appears to want to move on. Amazon and Comcast are, along with Disney, among the biggest companies in the world. WBD occupies a lesser tier, along with Paramount and Fox Corporation, of companies that are continually absorbed, sold, or spun off. The stability of Amazon and Comcast, especially as compared to the uncertain future of WBD, is simply too much for the league to want to pass up. Thrillo says the NBA will feel that loss in some capacity. But Thrillo, you know this, what I'm referring to when I say this. It's a simple case of big bank take little bank. And Adam Silver and the NBA bigwigs did not forget, will not forget, have not forgotten what David Zaslav said 2 years ago, that we do not have to have the NBA. Yeah, he tried to walk back that comment since then. Too late. Too late. Sure seems like it's too late. But all right. Close to the bottom of the hour. About a minute earlier than usual. But we're going to take a break for about 90 seconds and then come back, talk about Jamal Shead, the combine, and some more info on this edition of the Houston Roundball Review Takeover, powered by JM&E. Streaming live on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Fire TV, and of course on Roku, courtesy of BS3 TV, the BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV. Be back in 90 seconds.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Welcome back to the Houston Roundball Review Takeover of the Lunch Break, powered by JM&E and also the BS3 Network. I am, of course, KG, Chris Gardner, owner of the Houston Roundball Review. You're watching the show streaming live on Twitter, on Twitch, on Fire TV, on Facebook, on YouTube, and, of course, on Roku, courtesy of BS3 TV. If you have a Roku streaming device, just download BS3 TV. You can watch me on the big screen right there, right now, live on the BS3 TV app. If not, just go to BS3Network.com or BS3TVLive.com. Second half of the show, we're going to talk some NBA draft combine with a Cougar slant, some WNBA with a Comets slant. Go figure that. First part of the show talks about Houston Cougars baseball, Houston Cougars softball, Houston Cougars tennis, Houston Cougars track and field, and other things. So if you missed that, go back and watch it on demand later on. But now, Jamal Shead at the NBA draft combine. Some info here, courtesy of my colleague, Jonathan Fagan, who is in Chicago for the draft combine. Jamal Shead was cleared for full workouts just 2.5 weeks before the start of the combine. He said he did not know how he would perform until shining throughout the agility drills on Monday. He was convinced with his play in the scrimmage, even if he could tell his conditioning was not all the way back. I saw a little bit of him yesterday, Wednesday. His conditioning is not there yet, and he put on a few LBs too. but I digress. Quote from Jamal: "It felt great to be back out there. I just have to get my wind back a little bit. I felt I was ready to put myself out there to see if I was ready, and I felt like I did a little bit of everything today," end quote. More from Fagan. Shead, who measured 6 feet and a quarter inch, I'm guessing that's quote unquote without shoes, at the combine, has been considered a likely second round pick, limited by his lack of size and a three-point shot that resulted in only 29.6% accuracy in his college career. But Tran, Corey, Ms. Wanda, Coug fans who just tuned in, several scouts Tuesday said Shead could jump into the first round or be selected early in the second. His play Tuesday might have helped. While the combine testing is required as part of the new collective bargaining agreement, prospects decide on whether to participate in the scrimmage. Jamal said to Jonathan, "I just want to play." Okay. Some guys are here. They don't want to compete. They don't want to scrimmage. I just want to play. That's what we do at Houston. We compete. All right. Here's some more info from ESPN's Jeremy Woo, who's also at the combine. While still working his way back conditioning-wise from the ankle injury that ended his season in the Elite Eight, Shead opted to play at the combine and fared well, finishing with 14 points. This is on Tuesday. I haven't seen the numbers what he did Wednesday, but finishing with 14 points on 5 of 10 shooting and 4 assists. One of college basketball's top players, Shead earned a following after leading the Houston team with a chance to follow in the footsteps of, and what do I think about this, of stylistically similar guards such as TJ McConnell and Jose Alvarado into an NBA role. While known primarily for his defensive play and active hands, Shead, who was ranked number 55 in our top 100, also has positive qualities as a game manager, making excellent reads and passes and taking care of the ball. while he made 1 of 4 3-point attempts, he looked comfortable taking open catch and shoot looks, an area of growth for him to earn minutes. His playmaking skills and toughness are easy to appreciate if you can get past his size. Go back to Justin's comment here. Shead seems to be playing better than Bronny, but yet Bronny is getting all the press. We know why. Excuse me. Being overhyped, that's not his fault. And I'm sure everybody has seen the video that he posted himself. He never dreamed about playing with his dad. He wants to carve his own path. So let Bronny be Bronny. Give him a chance to succeed or fail based on his own skill set. LeBron will push, and the Lakers are going to draft Bronny. I'm convinced of it. I have no proof of it, but I'm convinced they will draft him in the second round. They're going to do it. What LeBron wants, Lakers are trying to appease LeBron. You see what they're trying to do, what they're doing regarding the coaches search and all that kind of stuff. Looking at hiring JJ Redick. The writing's on the wall, okay? But more from Justin. Then you got Bronny, who isn't that much taller than Shead, when for years they had him at 6'4". How crazy is that if Shead, with his college accolades, get drafted after Bronny, who has done nothing? I have to look at where the Lakers are drafting. But Jamal's going to be a Laker. I mean, Bronny's going to be a Laker, okay? Bronny's going to be a Laker, but Jamal's going to have the long career. Be more successful. He's a winner. He's a leader. Bronny might be good when he's given the chance to succeed on his own skills and not who his dad is. He's not ready now, obviously. Bronny knows that. I think his dad knows that. Hell, the Lakers know that. But they're still probably draft Bronny, But during the little bit of the NBA TV coverage I saw of the NBA draft combine, Sean Farnham, who does work for ESPN as well, covers college hoops analyst, he did a comparison. He had an analogy for Jamal. And he compared Jamal Shead to Earl Watson. Earl, defense guy, a glue guy, a winner, a leader on the floor. Was not the greatest shooter from outside. He had a long career. Jamal, barring injury, serious injury, is going to have a long NBA career. And I don't care if it's in a backup role. If he gets a start here and there because of injury or load management or what have you. If you have a long NBA career as a 6-man, 7th man, 8-man, if you're in a rotation every game in, game out, you are a success. Period. And he's going to help teams win. So those folks who will try to downplay all of this and those folks, well, he ain't starting. He's not a starter. Well, he's not making $100 million. He's only making 10. The hell? Making more than you. He's going to have a long NBA career. And I agree with Corey here. I think Bronny will be fine in time. He's not ready for the NBA. He knows that. All of us know that. But yeah, I sent that around a few places. When Sean said it, I posted it. I think it's on point. It's a good comparison. And enough, the haters don't want to acknowledge this. Making to the NBA is winning a lottery. is winning the lottery. You have a pro job, a great contract. And what is it? 15, maybe 18 now. You expanded rosters, 30 teams, 500 other guys have. You want 540 guys? That's it. So salute to all those guys. And to the haters, I bet you Jamal could bust that ass and whoop y'all every time anytime you want to. I could do that. All right, here's a good question. I'm going to talk WNBA momentarily. Last comments. Who and CA, thank you for chiming in too. I'm sorry I did not give you a shout out earlier. Who will be the first Cougar in the league now to win a championship? Well, I saw it. Who was it? Who said it won't be Quinn and Marcus? Because it won't be in time soon unless they get a new head coach soon. But yeah, who would be? That's a good question. I'm not sure. If Jamal goes to Denver, it might be Denver, might be Jamal. Who knows? I don't know about that one, though, Rex. At some point, Coach Carlisle will give Jarris minutes. Won't be this year, but I don't know. Coach Carlisle just seems to be funny and so set in his ways. I'm not sure. And the Pacers don't play defense good enough. Their defense is just blah, just awful. Just awful. Oh, man. Oh, gosh, no. Oh, no. But we'll see. And whoever gets Jamal, schedule permitting, when that team comes to H-Town, I'll be right there talking to him in the locker room, like I did when Marcus came to town and Jarris came to town this year. I talked to both of them and got them, a little quick, I think a minute or so, talking to Jarris and longer. I know Marcus a lot longer than Jarris, and talked to him in the locker room before the game. Some of that is on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. Oh, no. Well, Rex, he wasn't playing anymore. He wasn't getting consistent minutes, and Quinn was not happy in his reduced role. Tibbs moved on. Quinn's in a better place with a better coach in Detroit because Monty Williams seems to have forgotten how to coach in the NBA. I don't know what happened to him, but All right, these final moments here. Some WNBA/Comet news because this is interesting. This first part not, but Indiana, Connecticut delivers 2.2 million viewers across the ESPN platforms. Tuesday's WNBA regular season opener featuring the Indiana Fever at Connecticut Sun, featuring Caitlin Clark's WNBA debut, was the most watched WNBA game on ESPN platforms ever. Regular season or playoffs. The game scored 2.1 million viewers across ESPN2, ESPN Plus, and Disney Plus, surpassing the Phoenix Mercury at Connecticut Sun game from May 22, 2004. The game peaked at 2.3 million viewers in the 6:40 p.m. to 6:59 p.m. window. But the Houston Comets are in 7 of the 10 most watched WNBA games. This is important because it's context. All 10 of the WNBA's highest rated games aired on NBC. The WNBA's 10 highest rated games are all from 1997 to 2000. The first 4 years of the league's existence and the era of Comets domination, with Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, Tina Thompson, Van Chancellor, Danette Arcane. I could go on. Leading Houston to the WNBA's first 4 titles. Those numbers are helped by the frequency of games in the early years being featured as part of NBC's NBA on NBC coverage, including some doubleheaders with the NBA playoffs. So let me go back. Tillman, if, sounds like when, NBC is part of the new NBA media rights deal, if you get off your ass and bring the WNBA team back to Houston, maybe that new WNBA franchise could get some numbers like the Comets did those first 4 years in the WNBA. With the advent of streaming and the diversity of entertainment options available, it's not unusual for a league's highest TV ratings to be long in the rear view. The highest rated NBA Finals games are all from the Michael Jordan era in the 90s. Baseball's highest rated World Series is from 1980 when the Phillies beat the Royals. This info is courtesy of Matt Young at the Houston Chronicle. The WNBA's biggest numbers came on the league's debut weekend, with the Liberty and Sparks drawing 5.04 million viewers for the first game in league history. The next day, the Charlotte Sting, the disbanded Charlotte Sting, and Mercury averaged 3.59 million. The only other game in the top 10 that did not involve the Comets was the Sparks Mercury 1998 season debut, which aired on NBC as the lead-in to Game 6 of the historic Bulls Jazz NBA Finals game, in which Jordan hit the game winner for his 6th NBA title. That WNBA game drew 2.89 million viewers, while the Bulls Jazz still is the highest rated NBA game on record, with an average of 22.3 million viewers. NBC gets NBA back. They could do some promotion with the WNBA again. Just saying. Just saying. Final minutes here. I know y'all are just thrilled to pieces with this news right here. Venu Sports. Venu, pronounced like you say Venu. Venu Sports, the innovative future streaming platform being built through the joint venture created by ESPN, a subsidiary of the Walt Disney Company, Fox, and Warner Brothers Discovery, will bring together the collective companies' portfolios of sports networks and ESPN Plus, including content from all the major professional sports leagues and college sports. The formation and launch of the new service is subject, this is important, is subject to regulatory approval and the finalization of definitive agreements amongst the parties. Venu Sports, scheduled to launch in the fall of 2024, will be made available directly to consumers via a new app. Subscribers would also have the ability to bundle the product, including with Disney Plus, Hulu, or Max. The platform will aggregate content to offer fans an extensive, dynamic lineup of sports content to serve sports fans. particularly those outside of the traditional pay TV bundle. Ooh. It's just more for folks to pay for or decide to pay for, like Justin said. Because, and a note of that, Venu Sports has not announced a price point for that new joint venture. But the NFL, great example. Games on what? Peacock, Prime Video, NBC, CBS, and Fox. Say all that to do this. The Houston Texans, the NFL, the monster that it is, they slowly leaked out tidbits from the season schedule. Netflix too, right on Christmas, correct? Forgot about that one, yep. More outlets for fans to pay for or not pay for. The Texans open it up. Regular season, September 8th at the Colts, noon on CBS. September 15th, home versus the Bears, 7:20 prime time on NBC. September 22nd, at Minnesota, noon on CBS. September 29th, home versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, noon on CBS. Then, October 6th versus Buffalo, game also on CBS at noon. Next two on the road, Sunday, October 13th at New England on CBS. And then October 20th at Green Bay, noon on CBS. Sunday, October 27th versus Indianapolis, noon on CBS. Then Halloween, Thursday, October 31st at the Aaron Rodgers, 7:15 p.m. against the Jets, if he's not running for political office, on Amazon. Note that game will also be broadcast on a to-be-determined over-the-air station in the Houston market. Next, Sunday, November 10th versus the Lions, 7:20 prime time on NBC. Monday night, November 18th against the Cowgirls from Dallas, 7:15 on ESPN. The game will also be broadcast on a network in the Houston market over the air station. Sunday, November 24th versus Tennessee on CBS. Sunday, December 1st at Jacksonville, noon on Fox. Got the bye week on the 8th, late in the season for a bye week. But Sunday, December 15th versus Miami on CBS, noon. And then, oh boy, look at this. Saturday, December 21st at Kansas City, noon on NBC. And then 4 days later, Wednesday, Christmas Day, home versus the Ravens, 3:30 p.m. on Netflix. Christmas game on Netflix. Whew. And then close out the season. Date yet to be determined at Tennessee. Time and network are also to be determined. As Rex says, that's a brutal schedule during the final 3 weeks. Want to see what the C.J. Strouds are made of, Rex. So there we go. Wrapping it up right there. A lot of content I covered today here on this edition of the Houston Roundball Review Takeover, powered by JM&E. So at some point, I might do a separate video live stream because I'm kind of curious how many fans will pay for all these different packages to watch their sports, their favorite team. Netflix, Amazon, Apple, Peacock, Plus, blah, 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 all that stuff. So that's another discussion. Maybe do it next Thursday here. Who knows? Because my budget's small. I watch what I can afford. But as always, it's been a blast talking with everyone. Tran, Rex 32, Corey, Miss Donna, Justin, everyone watching the takeover on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Fire TV, and of course on Roku via the BS3 Network. Tell your friends about the Houston Roundball Review. Tell your friends about the Houston Roundball Review Takeover. Tell your friends about the Houston Roundball Review on YouTube. Spread the word. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Click that bell so you can receive notifications and updates when new vids are posted. And buy some merch too. Click that shop button. Buy you a cap. Buy you a mug like Tran's going to do, so you can enjoy your coffee or your favorite beverage. And as always, remember this. Since 1994, the Houston Roundball Review, local name, global perspective. Everyone, take care. Peace.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Thursday, May 16th, 2000. It's the new astrology season, y'all. And our mental health and wellness expert, Aprilette Russell, as we discuss today's top headlines and more. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.